to us as we were walking. This year, we want to make sure that it's not just the restaurant workers, that is the community saying hi to us and joining us in the celebration. We will also be having La Feria, and I will let Regina speak a little bit about that.
Yes, so we'll have a wide variety of events, so please make sure you follow the Latino Heritage CBUS account so you can stay up to date with all the details. And we'll be wrapping up the month on Saturday, October 4th at Block 4, the Art Gallery. There will be tons of vendors, tons of artists, so be sure to come out and celebrate with us throughout the day.
And now we will introduce Council President Shannon Harding. Thank you.
Well, happy Latino Heritage Month, Columbus. Let's give it up. Let's celebrate. This is our 4th annual celebration. Would you please help me celebrate all those organizers, the committee that has put this together? This does not just happen. It is a lot of months and months and months of work. Lots of meetings. I know because I've stumbled in across a couple of them. They're like in the office next to mine where they meet. I'm like, oh, we're getting ready for a Latino Heritage Month. And then help me to celebrate our leader on council, someone who's, when we say that representation matters, it matters. And having the first Latino representing Columbus matters. It is why we are here. It is not just symbolism. It is impact for our community. And in this moment, we need to celebrate, lift up, pray for Lord Esperosa de Padilla. You make us better. You make us stronger, and you make us truer to who we say that we are, which is a diverse community who represents and lifts up and celebrates everyone. I said this a few months ago during Pride Festival, our Pride Illumination, that some of our cultural celebrations are more important than others. Sometimes, like the moment, the historic moment that we find ourselves in, sometimes makes these celebrations more significant. We know the times that we are living in. We know the times that we are living in. We know the hatred that is being spewed, not even just from Washington, D.C., but just from down the street at this state house against our communities. And so literally illuminating the building behind me is to send symbols. It's to tell the story of who we are, who we represent, what is important to us. And so tonight, as we illuminate City Hall, this Saturday as we march, the rest of this month as we lift up the stories of Latinos who have built this land, whose land this is and whose city this is, let us know that these are not just side conversations. These are not just insignificant acts. We are going to do them in a celebratory way because joy also is part of our resistance to this. And just know that this is not just your celebration. This is ours as a community because we are in this together. The Latino community makes Columbus who we are. And I mean that from the depths of my soul. We are stronger because of you. And so today we not only just celebrate, we stand with you, and we lean into and we say thank you. Thank you for making Columbus what it is. Thank you for making Columbus what it is. It is my honor to be here with you, and it is my honor to introduce, again, our leader, our friend, someone who I'm just so grateful for. I was going to say proud, but grateful. That I've been thinking about this a lot. Again, we are in troubling times, and I'm a person of deep faith. And when I get really nervous or really frustrated, I say, God must have thought a lot of us to put us in these positions in these times. And I think that is so true about Lord Esperosa de Padilla. God thought so much of her and maybe us and this city that he would put her on this council in this moment for her leadership. Please help me introduce my colleague, my friend, Councilmember Lord Esperosa de Padilla.
Yay! You should have played Llorona, because it's actually who I am in my soul. ¡Felicidades, mi gente! Mira, I'm confused because I thought that this was a Latino party, and I don't know that every time that we invite y'all to City Hall, y'all get real quiet, okay? I don't know what that's about, but I'm going to try this again. ¡Felicidades, mi gente! ¡Huepa, un grito, un huepa, un algo! Eso es lo que necesitamos. Ajá, así mismo. And feel free to do that throughout this entire event, okay? Because we want to act like estamos tan, tú sabes, elegante aquí, estamos tan proper. It's okay. It's okay. Let's be us. Mi gente, welcome. Welcome to the People's House. Welcome to your house, to Columbus City Hall. If this is your first time, welcome. If this is one of many, I know that I've seen many of you here many times, welcome back. Tonight is one of many meaningful gatherings that we hold here at City Hall. And usually, when we're inside in council chambers, we say we're sitting in the people's living room, right? And we, debate in the people's living room, we celebrate, and we imagine a future together. But out here, I like to think we're on the people's porch, right? But during this month, this place becomes so much more than that. During Latino Heritage Month, we renamed this space Nuestra Placita, our plaza, because across Latin America, the placita is more than a meeting place, it's a heartbeat. It's a crossroads of culture and resistance and storytelling and power. And just like in every placita across our diaspora, we gather here not only to celebrate, but to organize, to dream, and to act. This weekend, we'll gather again after the Latino Heritage Month parade. But mi gente, tonight, this weekend, this month, is not just about celebrating. It's a calling. In this moment, now more than ever, we must show up. We must show up. Here at City Hall, at the State House, in our neighborhoods, in our schools, in the voting booth, and yes, in the streets. Because Latino Heritage Month cannot be the only time we fight to be seen. It is the time when this country turns its gaze towards us, towards our community, and we must seize that spotlight, not just for pride, but for progress. Because the work doesn't just stop on October 15th. The March for Equity, Dignity, and Justice is year-round. This month, we honor the rich tapestry of Latino cultures, history, and generations of contributions that have shaped this country and this city. Nationally, Latinos represent 63 million people. That's nearly 1 in every 5 Americans is Latino. Right here in Columbus, we are 70,000 strong, a growing force of nearly 8% of our city. And since 2000, our community has grown over 260%. You know what that means? That means we are one of the most dynamic, fastest growing populations in the entire region, mi gente. And these numbers are not just demographics. They are power. They are promise. And they are proof of what happens when communities rise, resist, and refuse to be invisible. This month isn't only about celebrating. It's a call for reflection, for resilience, and for lifting our voices. And we must ask ourselves, all of us, each of us, how are we showing up for each other? How are we using our voices to demand change? How are we empowering the next generation of Latino leaders, like Regina, who was my intern here in my office? Organizers, artists, educators, and change makers. Because civic participation is more than just casting a vote, it's claiming a seat at the table. It's demanding policies that reflect our lived experiences. It's building power from the ground up in neighborhoods and boardrooms, in city councils, and beyond. We are not guests in this democracy. We are architects of it. Latino Heritage Month is not only about honoring our past, it's about shaping our future. A future where every child sees themselves reflected in leadership, where our language, our traditions, and contributions are celebrated. Tonight, we are so proud to honor 3 incredible leaders who exemplify this year's theme, resistance and resilience. Through their tireless service and unwavering commitment, they strengthen our city, lift up our young people, close opportunity gaps, and pave the way for others. They are not just advocates, but they are true padrinos to nuestra comunidad. And it is our deepest honor to recognize them tonight. So, to all of us gathered here, let us honor our ancestors by continuing their fight. Let us raise our voices with courage, not just in celebration, but in true solidarity. Let us pass the mic, build coalitions, and lead with our hearts. Let this month be a reminder that we are not only part of the story, but we are writing the next chapter. Cuando luchamos juntos, ganamos juntos. Let's keep building a Columbus and a country that doesn't just acknowledge our heritage once a year, but embraces our full humanity every single day. Felicidades, mi gente. And now, to start the presentation of our Padrinos Awards, please welcome my colleagues, Councilmember Melissa Green and President Pro Tem Rob Dorns.
Good evening, Columbus. It is with great pride that to introduce our first awardee here tonight, someone who's actually, her leadership has touched my life. Her vision has helped to transform countless lives across Central Ohio. We talk a lot about how do we touch young people here in Columbus, and this is someone who has helped embody that. Elizabeth Martinez's leadership is defined not only by her professional excellence, but by her powerful sense of purpose that she brings to everything that she does. As a proud Latina, she has broken barriers and challenged systems and elevated voices that all too often go unheard. Under her leadership as the CEO of Big Brothers Big Sisters, she has expanded its reach and deepened its impact and remained fiercely committed to the mission of empowering youth right here in Columbus. These kids from underserved and marginalized communities have not been forgotten under her watch. Her work has helped to ensure that every child, regardless of their background, has a chance to dream big. And I want to thank her personally. I'm a 10-plus year volunteer with Big Brothers. Absent her leadership, I would not have had the relationship that I've had with my little brother. And it's prophetic that I've had the opportunity to thank her here tonight with this honor and thank her so much for the work that she's done, not only for me, but countless adults and youth across Columbus.
Beyond her title and accomplishments, Elizabeth leads with heart. She's a mentor, a role model, and a fierce advocate for equity, justice, and opportunity. Her story isn't one just of success, it's one of service, of lifting others as she also climbs, of using her voice to make space for the next generation of Latino leaders. She reminds us all that when we lead with purpose, anything is possible. So if everyone here tonight could please give a warm welcome and a well-deserved round of applause to our 2025 Latino Heritage Month Madrina, Elizabeth Martinez.
Sash.
Yes.
Yeah.
I plan on wearing this to the office tomorrow. Thank you. Buenas noches. Oh, we can do better than that. Buenas noches. First of all, I want to thank everyone here this evening. I don't know if President Harding is no longer with us. I want to thank members of council for creating a space and an opportunity for us to be here to celebrate each and every one of the members of this community. I especially want to thank our council member, Lourdes Barroso de Padilla. Para mí es un honor y un privilegio tener la oportunidad de ser reconocida en esta noche. Y gracias por tu liderato, gracias por todo lo que haces por nuestra comunidad. And for those of you that needed an interpreter, you should have been paying attention in Spanish class. It is certainly a privilege for me to be recognized here this evening. I'm very conscientious of the fact that I stand on the shoulders of so many madrinas and padrinos in this community. You know, it's interesting when you have an opportunity to receive designation and title of madrina in any community, thinking about the cultural significance that the weight of being called a madrina signifies for our Latino community. I think beyond a guide or a mentor, a madrina is a guided, entrusted adult, a guardian, someone who represents support in communities, someone who is entrusted by her family to guide her family, but also to be a member who strengthens the community. And I recognize that that comes with significant weight to be called madrina in this city that has embraced me as a transplant. I'm a native of the island of Puerto Rico, and when I arrived to Columbus, this entire community wrapped their arms around me and created space and opportunity for me to be able to thrive in this local community. And I'm in debt to so many leaders whose shoulders I stand on here this evening. I don't take the responsibility of madrina lightly. I recognize that I have been afforded the privilege in this community to be able to champion and advocate for causes like the work of Big Brothers Big Sisters, where we're able to advance young people's priorities in this community. I think that we're very conscientious of the fact that the social emotional well-being of children and their families is our responsibility, and we carry that weight deeply. What I want to share with you is that I think that opportunity exists for every single one of us in every space that we find ourselves in. I think personally that there's a madrina and padrino in every single one of us. There's a seed that has been planted. It's this belief that my liberation is bound up in your liberation. And when I understand that and when I hold that true, every single day becomes an opportunity for me to be a madrina, for me to be a padrino in this community. And so as I leave you here this evening with a ton of gratitude in my heart and my soul for the amazing people that have gathered here today to put a spotlight on Latino Heritage Month, what I also want to leave you with is a challenge for you to think about every single day when you wake up. It is our collective responsibility to think about, what am I doing for a young person in this community? What am I doing to be part of the collective change that this community needs? And I thank you. I want to also honor my fellow madrina and padrino and those who have come before me. I'm such in gratitude here this evening, and thank you. Gracias.
Tonight, we are honored to celebrate an individual whose leadership has left a profound mark on the Latino community here in Columbus and throughout the region. For more than a decade, Josue Vicente has been a driving force behind initiatives that support, uplift, and empower Latino individuals and families. Under his leadership as executive director, the Ohio Hispanic Coalition has grown into a vital resource, providing everything from health services and legal advocacy to youth programs and community education. His work ensures that the Latino community is not only seen, but supported, respected, and heard.
What sets Josue apart is not just his vision, but his unwavering commitment to action. He doesn't wait for change, he creates it. Whether advocating for immigrant rights, building partnerships across sectors, or mentoring the next generation of Latino leaders, Josue shows up every single day with purpose and passion. He leads with heart and courage, and in doing so, he reflects the very best of who we are as a community. Josue Vicente is a change maker, a bridge builder, and a powerful advocate for equity and inclusion. Let's give him a round of applause. Now, hold on. I follow stage direction, so I'm gonna have you come up right here in front of us, and then I'm gonna invite Fernando to come up to give you your sash. Come on up. Now you come up right here. Yep. Yeah, let's do it. No pressure, right? Yeah. Come in front. We're gonna do the picture because you gotta get it right. I think you gotta come in the middle. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to tell you what to do.
Thank you. Those were very kind words. I never thought that somebody will write something about me that way. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Councilmember Lourdes Barroso de Padilla, I know you for many years. We dream about this moment many times where you or somebody in the Latino community will represent us in the city. And this is the moment. This is the moment that very specific in this year, out of the time that we have spending advocating for the Latino community, other communities in all across the city, the county. And thank you so much, Councilmember de Padilla, because today it is a representation about the Latino presence in the city, about the Latino community being visible and not invisible as always happen and many times happens all across. Today, City Council members have making the effort to really honor the Hispanic Heritage Month, a whole month, right, that was established in the federal government for one reason, and one reason only, is to honor and celebrate the Latino culture, the Latinos who live in the United States, the Latinos who build and help build and continue building the United States. We're not only taking, but we empowering this country. Since science, Army, World War I, World War II, we have been having explicit partnerships, importance in making those changes. Until today, science, medicine. I was reading a little bit about Latinos in the United States and how they have advanced in many aspects. And I didn't know that Latinos were an essential part in the creation of the X-ray machine. It was a Mexican too as well who was creating TV, color TV. So there's a lot of Latinos throughout history who has really advancing not just the power of the United States of America, but also the humanity. So today we're celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month from September 15 to October 15, and then it's my pleasure to stand in front of you and see a lot of youth because you are the future of the United States. You are our future of the Latino community. So please make sure that today you have the opportunity to hear people that have walked in many aspects throughout the history right here in the city. who today have making the effort to make sure that we celebrate the Hispanic Heritage Month in City Council, City Hall, and then make sure that we still have the right of education. So educate yourself. We still have the education to congregate. So make sure you congregate among your Latinos. You speak Spanish too as well, because we're still a free country. We can still speak 2 languages, 3 languages if we want. So we deserve that right. So make sure that you do that. So when you go to school and somebody told you or somebody laugh at you because you have an accent, tell them who's smarter, because you speak 1 language or 2 languages, and then you maybe have an accent in 2, 3 languages, but you're still able to communicate in more languages than just 1. So please do so. Make sure that you encourage your little brothers, little sisters at home to go and graduate from college. It's always a way. It's always going to be someone that can help you down the road to accomplish that road. And we live in hard moments. We live in hard moments because we're taking that power. We're taking that moment to sit at the table and to empower our communities, to empower ourselves. We're no longer depending on some other communities or somebody else to empower us. We're going to college, we're educating ourselves, we're learning our systems, we're being part of the systems. And Council Member Lourdes is a clear example that we're part of the systems. And we need more Latinos like Council Member De Padilla. So make sure that part of your education, part of your organizations, part of your learning is to become involved in civic engagement. Make sure if you're not planning to run for office, and that you help the right people to run for office, because that's what we can do, and that's how we can make the difference in this country. So thank you, and si se puede, hasta la victoria.
All right, let's keep that energy going. Happy Latino Heritage Month. All right, I'm so excited to be with you all and to honor our next honoree. My name is Nick Bankston. I serve you on Columbus City Council. I'm here with my colleague,
Otto Betty.
We just want to make sure you guys knew who we were, you know.
Dos hermanos.
There you go. I am so honored to be here to present our next padrino, or madrino, I should say, and that they got the 2 business guys here to do it. And I really consider her a partner in good at the state level. You know, we do a lot of work here at the local level for our small businesses, but we do have partners at the state that are doing great work. And Lily has been doing that for many years. And so I've seen her work in action. And what I can tell you is this, that you're not only a part of our community from a people standpoint, from a cultural standpoint, but when we talk about the economics of Columbus, when we talk about the economics of the state of Ohio, you are represented. So you're not just simply a part of this community, you are building this community, investing in this community, and that is to be celebrated, and we will make sure that we do that. So yes, please give a round of applause to that. So as I said, it's an absolute honor to recognize a woman whose leadership and legacy has shaped the landscape of Latino advocacy and public service across the state of Ohio. For decades, Lily Kavanaugh, let me pause right there for applause. She has been a powerful voice and steady hand in ensuring that Ohio Latino communities are not only included, but prioritized in the state's economic, educational, and civic progress. Her services to the community span years of tireless work, including her impactful tenure as Executive Director of the Ohio Commission of Hispanic and Latino Affairs. Lily's work has always centered on opening doors, creating opportunity, expanding access, and lifting up the stories and struggles of Latino Ohioans. Whether she's advising policymakers, developing statewide initiatives, or mentoring young leaders, Lily leads with integrity, purpose, and a deep cultural pride.
In Lily's current role as the Deputy Chief of the Ohio Department of Development, she continues her legacy as a trailblazer, being one of the few Latinas in state government leadership, and a living example of what it means to lead with intention, compassion, and a spirit of community. Through her advocacy and service, Lily has paved the way for future generations of Latinas to lead boldly and unapologetically in every sector of society. Now it is time. Please join me in honoring a dedicated public servant, a champion of equity, and a true Latina leader, Lily Kavanaugh, our 2025 Latino Heritage Month Madrina. Please come, Lily.
She's gonna sash you right here. And she's being sashed by Sandra Lopez, a former madrina herself. And Sandra at PNC Bank, so she got all the big money. So go ahead. Fifth Third Bank. I messed that up. We're going to get our picture real quick. Sandra, come back. I'm out of here. Right.
We got this. Yeah.
Buenas noches, ¿cómo estamos? ¿Quién está pura vida? Eso, pura vida. Realmente es un honor estar con todos ustedes. It is my great honor and pleasure to be with all of you tonight. And I have to begin by thanking our councilwoman, Lourdes Parrozo de Padilla, and our council members for turning into a reality something that was a dream for many of us for many, many years. Over a quarter of a century, I have been doing this work, always dreaming of a better tomorrow, and we are so proud to see all of you, young leaders, that make us feel so confident about passing on the baton, because we know it is in great, wonderful hands. Tonight, I want to start off by thanking my husband, Dr. John Kavanaugh, my daughter, Natalia, Raquel, and Wesley, for putting up with me for all these years. At one point, my husband and I were talking, and there was the opportunity of working with the state of Ohio, and I was like, that sounds pretty crazy. And he turned around and said, Lily, why don't you actually do a job that makes you happy? Every moment you're not finishing up your degree or running your business, you are working for the community. Go and do what gives you joy. And that happened to be 18 years ago. And I tell you, there has never been a boring day. There has never been a day when I'm not challenged or I am not ready to challenge. And so tonight I stand here, not thinking of this as an individual recognition, but I stand before you on behalf of so many leaders from across Ohio. I want you to think of all those hard workers and those unsung heroes that we have everywhere. I want to honor the resilience of all of our small business owners who turned dreams into realities. I want to honor the voices of our cultural leaders who keep telling us, hablen español y no tenga vergüenza. I want to honor the commitment of our workforce, many of whom are up before the sun is up and don't get to go home until way past bedtime. And yet, they are here believing in that American dream. I want to honor the value inculcated in all of us by our families, who teach us about respect, faith, and hard work. Se respeta, se tiene fe, y se trabaja duro. I want to honor all of our young leaders who are having to face difficult times. But just like us, they know that they don't stand alone. We have strong shoulders upon whose people, we need to stand and we need to keep moving because our presence is what makes Columbus stronger. And we don't fight just for Latinos. We are trailblazers. And as I have heard through my many years in state government, as Latinos go, so go the rest of the emerging communities in Ohio. And you all should be very proud of that. When we stay faithfully and we look at the United States flag out there, and we think back about not only our personal sacrifices, but the sacrifices that so many people had to make in order for us to stand here, we should be very proud. When we hear our children repeating the Pledge of Allegiance, what are the words that we say, and what are we committing to? We are committing in front of that flag, and because of this republic, to be what? One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All of that represents the essence of who we truly are. And so I leave you with the challenge. Don't look back, look forward, but always be reaching into the future, making sure you're holding somebody's hand. I believe in us. I believe in our people. And I know that in our shoulders stands the future of Ohio and this country. Let's make it happen. Gracias.
Who's up first? Buenas noches. I'm always going to try my best. I am going to try my best to welcome all of you here this evening. What a great night to celebrate. We couldn't plan the weather better, and we couldn't have a better hostess. I'm right.
I know, you are right.
Okay.
I was also speaking to him in Spanish. He knew what I said. Dale.
As a couple of Greater Columbus Arts Council board members here, we are so excited tonight to have the opportunity to celebrate one of our great artists. And so go ahead.
Thank you. That was me. I messed that up. I'm just going to tell you how the sausage is made. Okay, so every year we select an artist that embodies the spirit of the Latino Heritage Month theme for the year and creates the awards given at the end of the month to community members as well as a commemorative poster.
So this year, we are incredibly proud to recognize a talented artist whose work speaks powerfully to identity, community, and cultural expression. It is my pleasure to introduce our official Latino Heritage Month artist, Juan Camargo Ladonio.
Good job.
Yes.
See, they like that. They like that. Good.
So Juan is a Colombian-born, Columbus-based artist whose vibrant and thought-provoking pieces explore the intersections of migration, memory, and resilience. His work is a reflection of both personal journey and collective heritage.
Juan's art beautifully captures the essence of what it means to carry one's roots while forging a new path. Whether through public installations, gallery exhibitions, or community projects, Juan continues to elevate Latino voices and inspire meaningful dialogue through his creative vision. Please join us in welcoming and celebrating Juan Camargo Ladonio.
Howdy, everyone. How's it going? Buenas noches. Thank you guys for the opportunity to have me be part of this and for encouraging all the young artists in the community to come out and express themselves, because that is the best way that we can resist everything that's going on, is to be loud and be proud with the colors that evolve and boost our culture. You know, it's what we're all about. So October 4th, come out, be loud, show support. Love to see you all there. Thank you.
Thank you, Council Member. Okay, now this is the big moment. So aside from honoring all of our padrinos, we're going to illuminate City Hall. But before we do that, I want to make sure that we give a couple thank yous. So first of all, none of this would be possible without an amazing team that we have here at City Hall. So I want to thank my staff, Jessica Casares and Amaris Lemus. I also want to thank our amazing community engagement team, especially Josaline from our team. You know, it's amazing when you get to be at City Council and serve the people, but when you literally get to serve your people, it's an amazing thing. So I want to thank them for being here. I also want to thank our amazing Latino Heritage Month committee that literally works year-round. They're over there making all the noise. They are recruiting volunteers. They are leading on projects. They are artists themselves. They are activists themselves. And all of this is coming literally from their hearts. So I want to thank all of them. And then I want to shout out DJ Rosa. If you did not have an opportunity, we had an opportunity to meet DJ Rosa. She's now officially our DJ. And then secondly, or lastly, I should say, we always stand on the shoulders of our elders, of our ancestors. And so if you are a madrina or padrino or have been, if all of you could come up, even our new madrinas and padrinos, if you could come up and join me up here on the steps, come on up. As you may have seen or guessed, we had our madrinas and padrinos from previous years, Sash, our madrinas and padrinos from this year. Josue is not just extra special, but we started, now everyone will have a sash in their country colors. Sorry, Fernando. It's coming, Fernando, it's coming. It just so happens that the rest of them are red, white, and blue. Okay, and then if I could have our committee and our council members come up as we start our countdown to the illumination. Committee members, Lisa, Regina. Ok, mi gente, vamos a empezar de 10 para abajo. Ok? Ready?